over again, especially with that Mighty Miner. Sometimes you want to use it to protect the Hogs, sometimes you need it defensively, as you can see right here, using it to protect that Firecracker.
Yep.
So now the Miner going to be just a little bit harder to pick up.
And another Firecracker on the board, followed by another Hog. The Firecracker does not get hit by the Evo Cannon, but the Hog Raider push is successful in preventing too much damage.
And there you go, Miner poison right off the gate. Doesn't have the ability to drop Skellies. Is Ian here? Lucas is taking the damage lead a little bit farther, and Ian knows this is a tough spot to be in. Lucas getting a great deck pick here. Again, coachless.
Firecracker trying to get on tower. I think no, it doesn't. It doesn't get a single amount of chip. It does a little bit now, though. Ian's trying to make something happen despite Lucas's very solid Hog defenses.
And these minions are great because that Mighty Miner, you want to use the ability to take him off the board, but now instead not going to be a good tank at the bridge here. Although Hog getting a little bit of protection from the Mighty, Cannon going to clean things up, and now Lucas going right back on offense. Miner, Ice Spirit, Royal Ghost, minions.
Slight misstep on the Evo Cannon, forcing the Firecracker to come out for the minions. The poison does go down in case of skeletons, but Ian saves all of his elixir to try to make one final push here in triple time.
Yeah, Ian has to have a miracle happen here. Royal Ghost out on top of the cannon, minions, everything. And overspend doesn't matter when you have the lead, plus Miner, Poison, Juicy. Is there any way to turn this around other than a miracle or a misplay?
I think that it's possible. He needs to keep up the pressure, and he needs to have very cheap, effective defenses versus these Miner.
991, 883, Miner goes in. Firecracker to catch the minions at the bridge. Mighty Miner at the bridge on the opposite side, most likely going to put a Hog behind. There it is. Early Earthquake, Cannon out of range. Great placement there from Lucas. Ian back in the lead, though.
Yeah, Ian back in the lead, continue to apply that pressure. Now a pre-poison plus Miner coming in hot. And Ian knows he can't defend. He decides to attack instead.
Hog does get pulled. Minions are there.
Oh my gosh.
Hog almost gets a hit.
Oh my gosh, it's so close. Another Hog inbound.
Need a way to stop this Hog. You need a way. There's the cannon.
The Evo Cannon stalls enough. One more Miner inbound and the poison is enough. Lucas X Gamer takes game number 1.
And what a beautiful showing there.
Top of that Ice Bridger, you gotta stop the defensive capability from your opponent.
Graveyard and Poison spent 9 elixir right-hand lane. Does not get the tower down, takes care of those Barbarians, but now has to deal with the Lava Hound, Baby Dragon, and a beautiful kite on that Inferno.
Gonna need to pull this all together. There it is.
And Bomb Tower does pick up. Miner goes to the outside, picked up by the Knight on the left-hand side.
I mean, now that the King Tower is already activated, he doesn't need to go to the safe spot.
And you, of course, get that support on the Inferno Dragon on the right-hand side. 9/11 still remains on the right for No Misa. On the left-hand side, trying to find a way through. Tornado pulls it all together.
90 seconds separate Surgical Goblin and Team Liquid from the World Finals Championship.
Graveyard down, Poison down, Barbarians in, trying to do something.
Giving so much poison value time and time again. Surge is pouring it on. 70 seconds left.
Here we go. Does he pull the trigger? Yes, he does. One more time. Graveyard on the tower. Defensive poison this time. 293.
That's it. That's
this is going to be it. Team Liquid is going to be your
They're the champions. Team Liquid has done it. Surgical Goblin takes home the title for his counter is to this push that he's got in, and you know that freeze that Valkyrie's going to unfreeze and take out those goblins.
And Snowball easily gets behind. Giant Skeleton nowhere near tower. Wow. Hog Rider all over that right-hand side. Canario just abused that moment.
Yeah, doing so very well with so little, and again, he keeps looking up, thinking about what his opponent's going to do, and then he punishes him. Hog bats left, Valkyrie Hog right. Valkyrie comes unfrozen, takes out those goblins, and look at where we are. 4:06 remains on Hire's top right tower.
Double elixir time early in tower from Canario, going right-hand side with the Hog Bomb Tower. Picks up from Hire, looking to put together a big push in that left-hand lane. Bats do not get in front. A freeze to reset, tower goes down on the right-hand side. Graveyard in for Hire on the left.
Now that Giant Skeleton is getting tanked by those bats. The Giant Skeleton making his way towards the tower, not going to be enough. Canario going to walk away with the quick set sweep.
Hire's going to take one more big swing, but you can't imagine that Canario's going to make any major mistakes in this moment. Is behind a little bit on Elixir. Inferno Tower to pick up. Can he defend this final graveyard? Freeze coming at some point, just has to figure out when and how.
Yep, and that's why he's spreading the units the way he is. Archer's low, Bats high, Skelly's in the middle. Bats are on the tower. 342, that's going to take the tower. 7 HP.
7 HP!
You have to have your micro interactions absolutely dialed to keep up with this deck that Mo's running, especially when you get to triple. And the curse comes out defensively.
Damage in both lanes for Mohamed. Now he pressures the right-hand side.
And Valkyrie doing a great job cleaning up that Royal Ghost evolution. The question is, Rich, a lot of times when we talk about going to the skies, going with Lava Hound, there has to be a moment where you sacrifice damage or a tower usually to get your lava on the board, or you have to make your opponent make mistakes elixir-wise so you get the advantage. As you can see right now, only about 1 elixir up and a couple thousand HP down.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. And now that we know that it's going to be no spell, no big spell, obviously you have to contend with the vines.
Yep.
But if you can keep that flying machine, stack a couple flying machines, start abusing them.
And the Goblins on tower.
Oh,
Evo
boy.
Zap has to come down defensively there. Zappy's stunning, gonna get a double connection on the left-hand side. And the crowd can feel it. Dark Goblin to snipe, just in range.
And the vines.
And Mo knows. You can see it on his face. Greatness. The spell power. There's no way to deal with the Zappies and with the Dark Goblin. And the
Goblin
barrel goes in. Mo's got his hands on his head.
And what a perfect curse. We're in sudden death overtime. Sub hanging on by a thread.
112 HP separates Mohamed Light from being the first ever 3-time.
Oh my word, wall breaker.
And the Vines comes in cycled on the left-hand side, 36 HP, 1 more Vines, 3 titles.
And here we go. That is gonna be it. Vines hit, Mohamed Light, 3-time world champion.
He's been the best.
Morton's rotation was perfect against Igor, and Igor kept sending the exact same attack right-hand side.
Yep.
The Miner, the Bats, Zap was easy to deal with it. Morton had his cards in the right order, got it done, and now here we are, game number 5.
Here we are, game 5. Surgical Goblin, Morton, SK Liquid.
And there's your new holiday emo. Morton splitting skeletons and then archers in the back. Feeling more like Hog EQ. Probably unlikely to see, there you go. Not going to see 2.9 here.
It would have been amazing. It would have been crazy.
So feeling so far like Bridge Spam versus Hog EQ.
There's poison value there for Morton.
Interesting there with the poison. So not Hog EQ, obviously.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And that's what Morton does, gets it done in tight spots, and now Mega Minion, a couple big swipes on the right-hand side, down to 20-60, first minute of gameplay away.
500 HP separating these two now. Morton in the lead and riding high.
Surgical going P.E.K.K.A in the back, left-hand side. Morton not pressing the action.
Surgical having a bit of an elixir advantage, recognizing it, and that's what you're supposed to do when you're playing with P.E.K.K.A in hand. If you have a big elixir advantage, cycle it in the back.
Royal Giant in front. Sorry, Royal Ghost.
Yeah, Royal Ghost there to pick up the skeletons in case they're dropped right in front, and a great magic archer from Surgical Goblin.
And that Inferno Tower just burning off the P.E.K.K.A, going to take care of that Battle Ram as well.
Blood drawn on both sides, and Morton took all that piercing damage just by a misplaced card.
So here we go, 15 seconds away from double elixir time. Morton did not like that. You can see it on his face.
Yep, Surge recognizing the cycle, knowing Skellies weren't there. Morton has to spend 6 to defend 3.
P.E.K.K.A on the board for Surgical Goblin. Royal Ghost ahead.
He has got to figure out a way to get on top of this Magic Archer.
High Poison will take care of the Magic Archer, but a Zap does a great job, and that's going to be a nice connection. P.E.K.K.A, does she get a swing? She does not. Unbelievable defense from Morten.
Incredible, incredible composure from the German.
Final 30 seconds of regulation. Morten has not had a chance to load up at all on the right-hand side. Surgical Goblin keeping the pressure, doing what you do with bridge spam, not letting you breathe for even a second.
Morten just having the most difficult time breaking through, getting his win condition down. And that is a lot to deal with. He zaps the Skellies! That was the zap on the Skellies to reset the Inferno, but the Skellies then did not kite.
Wow, beautiful play by the most decorated player in Clash Royale history.
And finally, Morten gets down to Graveyard, but that feels like a desperation Graveyard.
Poison is getting some value on the Magic Archer, Ewiz, and Royal Ghost.
Missing those first couple ticks could be detrimental on that Ewiz. Never
Snowball
mind.
gets in, Zap behind, Skeletons to kite, Magic Archer trying to create some room. P.E.K.K.A will go down to the Inferno Tower.
Skeletons played right on top of that Royal Ghost. One Magic Archer arrow came in, cleaned them all out. Morten's got to do a little bit better job of utilizing those Skellies.
Surgical Goblin playing brilliantly thus far. Morten trying to find a good spot to take an advantage.
And most likely that last card from Surge is Poison, and he has not used it yet to defend the Graveyard because he wants these big counter pushes to come in.
Final 60 seconds approaching. Only 300-ish HP separating these two players. Graveyard one more time for Morten.
Needs to get any damage in on that tower. Poison comes down. That's not going to be enough to put him in the lead. Especially because most likely that last card is Poison.
Morten has to spend a little bit on the right-hand side just to not eat a massive amount of damage. And here we go, left-hand side.
Magic Archer not put in the right spot.
Just barely falling short on that geometry.
Valkyrie high, nope, Skellies come in. Magic Archer still does not connect. Morten might be able to take this, Rich.
This is absolutely wild. Graveyard down, and now Surgical Goblin going high with the Royal Ghost. Bandit trying to defend against Graveyard.
Skellies trying to get to the tower. Poison is down, but we have Morten in the lead. If he gets the snowball down and Surge zaps, he still wins.
Inferno Tower high.
Magic Archer gets a shot.
Connecting.
Magic Archer gets another shot.
Morten trying to get Graveyard on tower. Poison gets down.
784.
1 HP. 1 HP.
Oh my God.
Surgical Goblin does it. Liquid's going to the final.
1 HP. That's all it took. And that is about as hard